Hello and welcome, subscribers. Welcome back. If you're not, then hit that subscribe button. I'm supposed to say that. It's just obligatory if you're doing YouTube stuff, I guess. Thanksgiving 2025 weekend, I got sick, so I'm sorting through a bunch of footage. I had a little weekend project I did Saturday, really, where I took out my hood insulation and I recovered it with headliner material. So I wanted to share. It looked good. I also put in an insulation and sound deadener to kind of, you'll see at the end of the video when I open and close the hood the difference it makes, but wanted to refresh it, make it look good under the hood. So here's all that footage. I just finished editing through it, so please enjoy, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Okay, so yesterday I got the sound deadener in underneath there on the hood, then I put this foam insulation heat shield as well. So the goal here is we're going to get that back, cover all of this, so it's just a couple layers of that.
Here's the condition of what it looked like when I took it out of the truck, and then I started to strip off the fabric, which leads us to this next part.
Yeah, so I got that off, but now I just peeled all of this stuff. Sorry I didn't take more video, but got the insulation off. But now I'm going to fill this in with some batting I had from another project. So what I'll do is I'll probably try to cut this square and then get a piece that will fold into there to keep it level with the rest of this. It's dusty too. I'm going to try to use a leaf blower and clean out as much as I can. Decided to go with a vacuum and kind of get this cleaned the best I can. So I'm just taking small little cuts at this. It doesn't cut too difficult, but just peeling that out so I can make a little square. I don't want to go all the way through because I need some backing here. So I'm just trying to make it a little bit easier to cut in a piece to mold into here with that batting. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it kind of stadiumed like that. Let me clean that out first, vacuum, and then I'll start cutting little pieces to layer up in there. So I'm just going to cut this to fit in there so I can lay it in. I'm not being like 100% perfect, you know, measuring it and cutting perfect squares, but I just want to get enough in here to where I can get it level with here. So I'll get that going and I'll have to glue each layer in. Bear with me. I've cut a couple of layers to put in there to fill that. Now I'll have to get them all glued in. So I'm gonna get my spray glue and start on that. Here we go. Alright, now I get this one. That's one in there. Oh boy. It's already stuck to my hand. There we go. It's gonna be two. Woohoo! Get that in. And four. So then I'll do this. I'm going to get some weight to put on top of it to hold it down for a little bit and then come back. So I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. Don't worry, I'm not sponsored by Kills, but we'll let that sit, kind of stiffen up for probably a half hour, and then I'll come back and lay in that fabric. Found some other little low spots I'm going to fill in because I just know with the headliner material it will show through on some of these deeper ones. So I'll get a piece in there. This will help a little bit to lift it up and hide it. So like I did right there. I get all of that. So just kind of laying these into those low spots. And I'm getting ready to lay my fabric down. I can't stop looking at this, and it looks like a burn mark, and it's right over where the master cylinder is, and then it just made me realize this hasn't had the update, the factory recall with the jumper harness and the fuse. So I'm gonna have to go to Ford and get that fixed. I'm guessing they had a little flame here, new wire, cover, everything that might have heat that up. Huh. So this fabric came 60 inches wide, just about, and our hood, this liner is about 67, so I bought 2 yards of it, which was going to be just enough to go across this way, and we're only about 40, let's see, nominally 41, call it. So I'm going to lay this down now. Let's see here. Alright, oops. This way. They usually cut a little extra when they give you, so.
Yeah, I got 2 yards, but it's like an extra foot. So I'll just lay it like that. I kind of just feel it out right now. Look at anything. Yikes. Just don't get dog hair on it.
Alright, so now I gotta get little paper clips. So I can see a little pattern in this, and I'm just trying to get that as lined up as best as possible. And now what I'm gonna do is get those clips over there and put them right here, kind of in the middle of this. So I can work one side, flip it down, and then work the other. All right, now I gotta get this back over with those lined up. All right. So, yeah, I can see that like green in it, and I just want that to be as straight as possible. So we'll get this. And where was it? Okay, so I'm gonna go like right there. So what I'll do is clip this here, and then we'll go straight across and kind of get that one right here. Okay, so this way we can work one side at a time. Right now I don't care for that, so I'm gonna do this side first. What I'll do, I'll flip this back, and then we'll get my glue ready. Alright, here we go. Oops, missed it.
I'm just gonna stay far away. Oh my god. Get this sprayed on here. I'm definitely gonna need my other can. The new can. And screw it, we'll do both.
Alright, so I've got most of this all covered here. So now this part helps if you have more than one person. It's good, but if not, now I gotta fold it back over. But when you do it, it's ideal to go slow and work that pieces in like a little row at a time and get into all the contours as you roll it out. Oh boy, yeah, because you don't want that to happen, and you certainly don't want. So if you have friends, utilize them. Because here, I'll show you. Go like that. So I'm just working it in. See, that's what I want to avoid. There, those creases. Okay, I'm going to check, make sure I got enough glue. Yep. Okay, so I will continue to work that out. Not good. Yeah, that's the funny part about this stuff, is as soon as it touches, it wants to grab, so. I got that laid out, I'm gonna move these just a little bit. I gave it a little time to set. So I move them over towards that set side, which is gonna be interesting here. So I'm gonna put that there. And then we gotta lift this side up, and we're gonna go back gently to where our glue was, so we can see it there. I might have to go a little bit more. Okay, yeah, it won't let me there, but this side, I'll take it back a little bit farther. Because I want to find where we stuck. Okay. Maybe even a little more. I just put these as like a fail-safe, so now that I've found where we have glue and adhered, I can stop. I'll just tuck that a little bit and spray under there. So I pulled it back here. Now I can do this side. All right, so again, I'm just gonna get this side all covered up. I got that done. This can is giving me trouble. Praying to God that we get it to work, or I don't get messed up. I'm just happy I got it down on that side, but it really helps. There we go. See? Alright. Shouldn't need it there, but I want to get here just for this hole. That's on. We're going to do the same thing here again. It's just, I'm going to put it on my shoulder this time and lay it in. So now I'm just gently massaging everything into all the creases, and you know, unfortunately I got that there, but I'm gonna cut, so hopefully I can pull and stretch that in where the hood light comes through. Overall not terrible. I will be flipping it over and then rolling it onto the other side as well for a little extra strength. So, but yeah, just that crease there, which isn't terrible. All right, I'll flip it over. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut enough to where I can fold, because what I want is for those hood pins or the push rivets to go through that hole and hold it on both sides. So I'm gonna cut around the perimeter of this enough so I can fold it in to be there, which is gonna be about 1.5 inches or 2. So I'll do that and then we'll get back to it. So right now, I'm gonna use a sharp knife and I'm gonna poke holes, just little cuts right there in each one of these, so I actually know where these push rivets are gonna go, because I put that insulation in. Kind of boogered things up here. So, and for now, I'm not gonna cut that out. I'm gonna fold it and keep it. And then I really don't know the purpose of this, so I'm not gonna cut that. If I ever need it, I will. So I should do this. Alright, so just these little slits for each of these. And now with this, I'm gonna get a piece of wood to cut against there, but so just getting all these holes, little slit in them, so I know where the push rivets go. Okay, so where the hood light goes, I'm gonna put that under there so I can push down into it. I'm not gonna go all the way, but I do wanna, well, how am I gonna do this? I think I'm gonna do like an eye-shaped. Okay. A little bit more right there, just so I can roll it into the hole. So I'm gonna go there, and we gotta gotta go there. Oh, shoot. So I'm going to try to do one side at a time because I'm going to have to work them over, and then I'll probably have to like cut on an angle there so that way I can go in and cut the excess out. But I'm going to have to do like little relief cuts where I get to these spots. We'll see, especially here. And I'll probably have to do that so that way I can work it around and, you know, really get a clean edge. So let's get started on that with the glue. Where is it? But I poked my hole so I know where they're gonna go. So watch this. Just do a little section first, clean edge, and then just work it around. And again, I'm not gonna cut that out. I'm gonna just do my best to make a clean break. Alright, here we go. And just finish this side. Come on. Oh, God, I've kept that. My poor vacuum. I'm just giving a little tension and easing the tension, baby. Cool. So we'll work that in. Let's see there. There you go. So now I'll just trim that excess out here to the edge. I'm just gonna take that corner off. So that way it goes and folds in and over like that. Alright, so here I'm going to have to do a relief cut. So basically just where these edges come to. I don't want to go too close so I can still keep that clean edge in there. But there's going to be multiple of these going on as we go around. Especially here, and it's kind of like you got to figure out your best plan of attack too, so you don't get overlap. And then that's gonna need one there. Go in a little farther. Pizza time. That way I can get that, but then I'm gonna cut that out. So that can go wrap around there. So another little relief cut in that bend. So you're just gonna do this and work all the way around. So, stay with me. Okay, pizza time. Little Ninja Turtles. Alright. So, I'll just continue doing that all the way around. So, I worked all that around, looking good. Now I'm just going to get this last part here. Where the light goes through. I just washed my hands between, kind of. So I wouldn't get it all boogered up. And then, yeah, we're going to do the best we can to get that to set in there. If not, once it's in, I'm just going to have to trim it nicely or figure out. I got to see if there's some channel edging I could get too. I was thinking about that. Just channel trim that might go around on the edges, which would also keep it strong and together. Now this glue is good though, so we're looking good. This will be fine. A-okay. I'm just trying not to reach through and get glue on the other side to kind of keep it somewhat presentable. Figure it out once I flip it over. Not bad. I pulled up a diagram of a hood because I got to find where these little slits I made are, and so that way when I put in the new ones I'll go in a little easier. I think we had one right here. Yeah, there we go. So I'm getting ready to reinstall it. But yeah, I just want to make sure I get all the right spots. Usually they're going to be here in corners. Okay, there we go. But this way that push pin will go through and that'll cover that hole too. So let's see, there's one. So just following them all around. So here's where it gets tricky. I mean, I have a couple holes that I know I'm going to reuse right now. That one. But then I have the ones in here, so I got to get the known ones in first. Then I can hold it up, and I still have to poke a hole through that too. We'll feed that through the hole. But yeah, here we go. I've still got all the bottom ones too. Cool. Start with that top one, which goes in there. Okay, now I will go up to one of those. Get two of that one there first. I'm pushing through the fabric. Okay, so one there. And then we will get one more right there, I guess. I'll get another up here. Okay. Alright, now I'll get these bottom ones real quick. So that's in with the known holes, and that's looking really good. So I gotta get that one there and poke through that insulation, and then I have the other ones. God, they're hiding so good. But I'll find those and get those ones in. I just gotta poke a hole through them. It's the same here with that insulation and stuff. There it is. Found it. So we'll get another one of these. And we'll get that in there. Cool. So now I'm just gonna poke around and find those other ones. So there's one there. So we will, same deal. Find that. Spit on it. Jeez. Oh boy. We'll get it. There we go. Cool. So I just gotta keep getting all those in. Woo-wee. We got all those in. It's looking nice. You know, I was critical on myself of that little crease earlier, but it's noticeable but not terrible. The appearance is much better. Yeah, I'm happy. So this was a little Saturday project. I'm sure you guys could get it done yourself too. Alright, let's see what happened. Ready? Big difference. Cool. And don't forget to like and subscribe.